That's top 3 ever, all time.
Whoa. All right,
all time.
Let's name the 5. We gotta put the 5 up.
Who the 5?
Robinson is the grill.
Who?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Man,
That's
niggas
grill.
I ain't even see that.
I YouTubed him, nigga. I YouTubed him. He on YouTube. Check the YouTube.
He was buns.
Nah, it's like
that's
buns.
He was buns.
Sugar Ray Robinson is buns. No, you're wild. We're not standing for that.
Buns.
Listen, it's like this. It's like
boxing has evolved, bro.
It has, but I'm saying.
And Sugar Ray Robinson didn't even know how to pick his hands up.
Hold up, it's
like
like
this. Watch him fight Jake LaMotta. He was hitting that nigga with non-stop hooks.
And over. But you're not counting like this. That's like saying Wilt Chamberlain. That's like saying Wilt Chamberlain is not that. If you dominate in the era where you're doing shit that nobody does in the era, nobody was doing that.
Wilt Chamberlain, did they have a 3-point line?
No.
Oh, I don't want to hear about him.
He scored 100 points.
Doing
what? It don't matter what he did. 100 of these, nigga. 100 of these.
That's ass.
Nah, you gotta stop it.
That's ass.
You gotta stop it. What I'm saying is, you're not comparing like. It's like when they say like money, right? A nigga who had 100,000 back then, nigga, that's like millions back then. To now, 100,000 not the same. So I'm saying you gotta adjust for him.
What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate. Reverse rants, no hate. So, you guys saw the clip. Shout out, salute to the family member that asked me earlier did I see the clip, because I didn't at the time. I hadn't saw it yet. I had heard about it, but I hadn't seen anything, so it was nothing for me to really respond to at that point. But I let them know in the comment section that no, I didn't see it yet. But so you see the video of Shakur Stevenson getting his hair cut, and he calls Sugar Ray Robinson buns, okay, meaning he's ass, okay. So, what do I think about him saying what he said about Sugar Ray Robinson? I'm going to tell you flat out. So what? Who cares? Let me explain something to y'all. It's so important for people to feel the need to have everybody agree with them on who's great and who's not, who's the greatest and who's not, you know, who's a legend and who's this and who's that, to the point where everything is a debate, everything is an argument, there's no camaraderie. I don't see a whole lot of people the way other people see them. Which one of you motherfuckers think you gonna come and tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to see and not see? You know, people are very petty. I'll give you an example. Some dumbass motherfucker came in my comment section and got blocked and deleted because we're talking about boxing. We're talking about Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather, and some idiot asked me, yo, what you doing with that little bit of weight up on the weight bench? Now, before I satisfy a motherfucker and try to explain myself, first of all, I guarantee you, bitch, I'm 1,000 times stronger than you. I guarantee you I whoop your ass in a fight, and I guarantee you wouldn't want no smoke with me. And for the record, my wife and my 2 sons live here. Okay, and what was on the bench, I wasn't even fucking working out in, dumbass, but I do have my own gym in my fucking house, and I'm sitting there doing an interview. I mean, a video. So what the fuck was on the bench had nothing to do with me. But at the same time, what was I supposed to do? Oh, I'm doing the video. Let me stack. I got like thousands of pounds of weights, okay? I'm supposed to just stack the fucking bench up because I'm doing a video so I can show off or see, this is what I'm saying about you fake motherfuckers. And the fact that another grown adult asked me such a stupid ass question, I'm like, I'm not even going to respond to this pussy, but I'm going to block him. Make sure, yeah, because you motherfuckers, this is what I'm saying. Nah, no, don't worry about the fuck I can lift. Worry about the fuck you can lift. I don't give a fuck if there was nothing on the bar. And that's my whole point. That's what y'all respect. Fake shit. Fake shit. So I'm supposed to load the bar to show you how strong I am or whatever. Man, please. But this is exactly what I'm saying. Here's my thing. If Shakur Stevenson, just like Floyd Mayweather, don't have Muhammad Ali in his top 5 or whatever, right? So what? So what? Just like if Shakur Stevenson don't have Sugar Ray Robinson in his top 5. Let me explain to you what you guys are not understanding. What is Shakur Stevenson, like 20, 27, 28 years old or whatever? Okay, a lot of these guys don't really, they're different from us. We watched the generations before us. We studied them, we learned from them. But we also, I never studied anybody or watched them as a fan. I always watched them as a competitor and watched them just to see what they were doing and see their knowledge. So there was always respect there. There was never no envy or nothing like that. Or should I say an appreciation? I don't know these motherfuckers. They're humans. I don't bow to nobody. I don't see people the way y'all motherfuckers do. There's nobody above me. You understand? I don't put people beneath me. I don't put myself in a category except for it's just me. So I'm in a class by myself in the sense of I don't compare myself to people, and I don't compare other people to each other outside of just having fun. If we asking questions like surveying something or just, I don't walk around here worrying about or think about these fucking people. Outside of me doing videos, man, I'm not sitting up here watching these motherfuckers and idolizing them and wanting to start conversations about who's who and arguing over these fucking people. No. Sugar Ray Robinson has his flaws. I heard Bert Sugar say he had no flaws. Bullshit. I had a conversation with Bert Sugar years ago. And in his mind, he said Sugar Ray Robinson was the greatest fighter ever to live. But I remember him saying, although I don't think he had the type of the type of will and determination Muhammad Ali had, even though Muhammad Ali says Ray Robinson is the greatest fighter of all time. He says he's the greatest heavyweight. I think Ali versus a Ray Robinson, that match could happen. I think Ali's just too stubborn to let somebody else just get the best of him. It'd have been interesting to see. Well, I mean, of course, Ali would have to been smaller because, he was much bigger than Ray Robinson. But I remember him saying it. Right? I don't really give a fuck who people think is whatever. That you got the right to your opinion. I'm not willing to argue with anybody over who I think. So even if I did a video and I'm telling you who I think would have been better than who or whatever, it's not about an argument. You guys know I've done little surveys like that with you guys, and have I ever one time came in the comment section arguing with you about who you think would win? There's no wrong or right answer as far as I'm concerned with that, because it's just opinions. Even if I don't agree with your opinion, I will still hit the like on it because it's your opinion. Now, do I hear people say things at times where I feel like it's absolute bullshit? Yeah. But I still don't argue with you. I have no reason to. Now, when you're trying to give facts and you're giving false information, I will let you know that what you're saying is false. But it's not in defense of how dare you think someone's better than whoever. I don't give a fuck, man. So if Shakur Stevenson think Ray Robinson wasn't good, so what? You got people all the time, like I always tell you. You got people all the time trying to tell you who's better than Michael Jordan. Then they watch Michael Jordan and go, yo, I didn't know Jordan was hooping like that. Well, who cares? Who really cares? Michael Jordan walk around here fucking multi-billionaire living his life. You think Michael Jordan gives a flying fuck about who's sitting up making videos talking about who's better than him and who's not? He's not talking about you. You're talking about him, right? So do people care about that? Do you think he cares about that shit? I think not. Now, in terms of Ray Robinson wasn't ass to me. He wasn't garbage to me, but I do feel like historians purposely overlook the flaws. Like, I give you an example of some shit that he used to do, and it wasn't a setup move, it was a flaw. Ray Robinson used to literally lean forward and jump on one leg. Literally, I seen him do it and be flicking the jab out with his face, everything exposed, right? But he's fighting guys that wasn't sharp enough or smart enough, quick enough, equipped with the right tools to fucking counter that shit and make them pay. If you seen a fighter do that same thing right now, the commentary will go, what the fuck is this guy doing? And I know they would. Okay, and Shakur is right with him keeping his hands up. When you keep your hands down as a move to lure somebody in and counter and catch, okay, cool, that's one thing. But just as a habit, he did have a habit of letting his hands go low. I said that shit years ago. And that's when I would see him get caught with shots repeatedly. That's not luring somebody in. That's just bad defense. But because it's Ray Robinson, we're not supposed to say it. Just like people talking that bullshit about how Bruce Lee would have beat Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. Yo, he was too fast, you could hit him. And I say, what was his fight record? And what fight did you see that make you say that? He has no fight record. There is no fights of him. He wasn't a fucking pro fighter. But let people tell it, you're wrong for speaking the truth, for speaking facts. So I don't really give a fuck what Shakur thinks about Ray Robinson. I mean, if he said Ray Robinson was the greatest fighter of all time and somebody disagree with it, who cares? If he says he was garbage, he wasn't even one, who cares? Now, he's talking about how boxing evolved, right? Those mistakes that Ray was making had nothing to do with boxing evolving. That was just bad fucking practice of keeping your hands in a position. What did we say about Anthony Joshua when he fought Daniel Dubois? From the very first round, I didn't like his hand positioning. So what makes it so fucking different or any different from fucking Ray Robinson? So, you know, I don't put people on all pedestals and all that shit and all that high regard to where like, I'm going to act like I don't see holes in their game. That's why when you look at a guy like Floyd and they go, yo, this dude, Floyd didn't have weaknesses. Floyd could adjust and readjust better than anybody. And the thing with Floyd was Floyd knew what he was supposed to be doing in there. He understood the assignment. Whereas a lot of fighters had to lose first, then come back and win a rematch. Floyd would make the adjustments in the fight. So when you hear a guy like Sugar Ray Leonard say, I'd have had to empty my whole tool bag to beat him. There's no one way to beat him. And then say, I can't even see anybody beating Floyd. But yet, you argue. You're not arguing with the person that's telling you what Ray said. You're arguing with Ray. No, Ray, you wouldn't have to empty your tool bag to beat Floyd. You could have beat him easily. You know why? Because I said so. Because I'm such a fan. I know you better than you know you. That's who you're arguing with. So, you know, do we really need to care? Why the fuck do I care? Like, I've been using these little comparisons and little analogies and things like that because these things are like going on right now. Like when I tell you who gives a fuck about Jim Jones thinking he's better than Nas, so what? So fucking what? Let me ask you something. Do you guys go to your wife and say, hey, baby, I just want to know, was your last boyfriend dick bigger than mine? Did he eat your pussy better than I do? Did he fuck you better? How do you think are you focused on that shit? Because I guarantee you if her answer was, yep, then you'd be pissed, wouldn't you? Why do you care about that shit? Anybody worrying about that? Her mind shouldn't be on whoever. Her focus should be on you, right? Why do you care? I feel the same fucking way, man. Like, you know, Deontay Wilder said he was 10 times better than Muhammad Ali. Do we believe that shit? Absolutely not. And at least one thing I can say about Shakur is the motherfucker can fight. Deontay can't. But you got a lot of y'all talk about this motherfucker like he's one of the greatest fighters of all time. I don't see it for sure. I don't give a fuck all them knockouts against bums. But yet, y'all quick to call somebody else bums on somebody else's fucking resume. But yet, when I tell you Deontay has knocked out no elite fighters, prove me wrong. When I say the very best fighters that he has beat aren't Hall of Famers or all-time greats, prove me the fuck wrong. They've done nothing. But because you're a fanboy, you want to defend him. But you can't defend him with facts. You defend him with emotion and stupidity and ignorance. Because you lack the knowledge and understanding of what boxing is and who's who and who's what. And you show favoritism. So who cares, man? If Shakur thinks that Sugar Ray Robinson wasn't good, so what? You see, even the guy he's talking to, he's giving, that's like saying somebody back in the day who only had $100,000 was broke. Because back then, $100,000 was like what $1 million is now. You didn't even have to go that deep, to be honest with you. Shakur know exactly what you're saying. He understood clearly what you were saying. And when Shakur said how the game evolved, well, that has nothing to do with it. Like I said, that was just bad practice on Ray Robinson's behalf. The same way how you got fighters right now, he talking about how much the game evolved. Well, look at fighters right now that's trash. So it's not like just because you're saying the game evolved, these fighters now are so great. No, these fighters now I think is garbage, to be honest with you. I think this generation of fighters is garbage. I think you got some standouts that are good, but I feel like in basketball, the 90s Bulls era was like the best version of basketball, in my opinion. And boxing is a combination of certain 70s fighters, 80s and 90s fighters. And I feel like it was a peak from that time of the 70s up to the 90s. And I feel like after that, it just dropped off. Just the same way if you take rappers, like the most lyrical era, the golden era, you talking about from 88 on up, I would say to like mid 90s. And then late 90s on, you had some guys that could spit, but it wasn't consistent. People couldn't put albums together. All they cared about was being lyrical. Then it went from the point where lyrics didn't matter at all, just catchy hooks, and just say the first dumb shit that come to your head, and let's call that shit a song. You know what I mean? And so it's not like the game was just flooded with a bunch of dope artists that gave a fuck about their music. The A&Rs don't care. These record labels, all they cared about was making money. And it's the same way how in boxing. How the fuck can you be as great as people who fought for the love of the sport and to make their money versus you who only do it for the money? You don't even care about legacy. So a lot of these guys who I find to be good are not as good as they think they are. You understand what I'm saying? The same way Shakur saying what he said about Ray Robinson. There's people that don't see Shakur Stevenson as the same way other people see him. Are we going to sit here and stress ourselves out trying to change somebody's mind? We don't care. I certainly don't care. And it's like I said, the eye test, everybody's still not going to see shit the same way. And until those fighters get in and fight each other, people going to see what they want to see until their favorite going in and get stretched the fuck out. Then they like, but I thought that, yeah, right, you thought, you were wrong. It's always going to be somebody, like I said, I don't see a whole lot of people the way other people see them. So I'm not going to sit here and blast Shakur because he don't think Ray Robinson was that good. Who cares, man? Who cares? You got people saying Sugar Ray Leonard was ass. You got people saying Floyd was ass. You got people, you understand? What's this dude name always calling, I forget the motherfucking name, but he calls Canelo Alvarez son of bum. Not son of bun, son of bum. He's a bum, he's beating nobody. Oh, then you got, people that glaze Canelo. It's always somebody going to see somebody different, man. See, the problem is this. When you hear the name Ray Robinson, it's like, it's blasphemy. You can't say that guy wasn't this and he was, man, all that bullshit, man. I wouldn't get in the ring with nobody worrying about what the fuck they can do. They better worry about the fuck I'm going to do to them. That's always my mentality. So me, I don't watch shit as a fan, period. Nothing, not basketball. I don't listen to music as a fan, nothing. I like music. I listen to shit, man. I find myself now listening to stuff I never even used to listen to. Just the music itself. Sometimes, I listen to a lot of Indian music. I don't know what the fuck they saying, but damn, the tracks, the beats, the music be so damn fly, man. And like, just the voice, especially when the females are singing and shit, they always got that little high pitch, but just, I'm listening, and I'm like, yo, this shit is, I like this shit. I found myself the past couple of years watching rugby. I didn't grow up watching rugby. You understand what I'm saying? Shit gets to the point in life, man, where people are all robotic. They all want to be a part of the same thing. They watch the same TV shows. They listen to the same songs. Nobody cares to be themselves. But you open your mind and realize there's a lot more to life than just your little bubble. You understand what I mean? And you find yourself liking different things, man. 2 movies that I like to this very day are of a genre of movies that, a category, should I say, that I never liked. Original Sin, Angelina Jolie, and his name Banderas, whatever his name is, and Memoirs of a Geisha. I usually don't like movies like that. These 2 movies were just different. You understand what I'm saying? So it was like, oh shit. So if you don't give something a chance, you'll say something is garbage just because. Like when a movie comes out, people, before the movie can come out, you got people doing reaction videos telling like the movie's trash. Bro, you saw a 1:36 long fucking trailer. And, well, I read the backstory. And so everybody's always looking to complain. Everybody's looking to find something to bitch about. But then yet, You got other people that get influenced by this shit and they'll say something's garbage. Why? Because their favorite content creator said it is. Then they'll watch the movie when it come out and go, this shit was actually good. Yeah. So you understand what I'm saying? The fuck do we care about what Shakur said, man? If he thinks that Ray Robinson was trouble, I mean, what am I going to do? Sit here and rip his resume apart and think, so what? So fucking what? I've been hearing people, like I said, for years talk about some motherfucker that's supposed to be better than Jordan. That motherfucker ain't have no rings. Motherfucker ain't breaking no records, ain't doing shit, but he's better than Jordan. It's what I keep telling you guys, man. We don't give a fuck. Let people think what the fuck they want. Once again, if Jim Jones think he's better than Nas, so fucking what? Do I believe him? Do I agree with him? No, I don't. But so what? I never liked Jim Jones' music. But there's people that tell you Jim Jones is, all right, whatever. But I never gave a fuck about his music. So again, a guy saying he's better than Nas, I'm not crazy about Nas' music, but I do understand that lyrically the dude is solid. And, you know, I don't think he has the best beats in the world. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes just his subject matter, just in general, it's like, you know, whatever. But I'm not sitting up here like people, what's your Mount Rushmore? I don't have no fucking Mount Rushmore. Stop asking me stupid ass bitch-made questions. I'm not sitting up here glazing these men and putting no category. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I just enjoy things. Just like, for example, ARIES is here on this earth talking to you right now. One day, no matter how soon, how long, I'm going to die. You, people that are watching my videos, are going to die. We are not going to be here anymore. And you know what? We lived our lives. We did what we did. Somebody will be watching old videos going, who is this ARIES? Damn, you know what? Or we're gone, bro. Life goes on with or without you. So it's about enjoying life. None of this shit stands the test of time that's going to keep us alive. People can watch this and go, damn, that shit he said back then applies to now. Yo, dude was ahead of his time, or dude was sharper, or whatever, however the fuck you want to say it. It's all about enjoyment in life. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it's about. So if Shakur thinks that Ray Robinson was bunned, so what? So what? Just like I said, I don't see fucking Deontay Wilder the way you motherfuckers talk about him. I don't see Tyson Fury the way y'all talked about him. So even when I told y'all I was picking Usyk to win, it wasn't just because I wanted to see Usyk beat Fury because he's a big mouth, talk a lot of shit, he's a liar, he's crazy with all this bullshit that he says. It was, I felt like he's just better, just smaller. And what did people tell you? Traditionally, a good big man beats a good small man. Right. And traditionally, people are not always right. Understand what I'm saying? So what happened? Now, let Fury tell the story. He won both fights. He got robbed. Okay, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? But this guy, 6'9", 270-something pounds, said that this little middleweight, all he needed, remember, did he not say it, y'all? All he needed is like a week or two or something like that, and he'll beat Usyk. He's not even a real heavyweight. He's not from my era. He's not in my league. I got to clean up Anthony Joshua's mess. He let the little foreigner come here and take the belts back, take away to the Ukraine. Oh, I got to bring the belts back. All that shit he said. But he went there and fought this little guy. He called him little on the back foot. When I told you guys, see how stupid Deontay Wilder fans are? When I told you guys, Usyk isn't going to fight anybody else the way he fought Wilder. He's only brave to fight Wilder that way because he realizes Wilder can't box. Wilder can't box going forward. How the fuck he gonna go? But he can't box going backwards either. It's all a matter of if he can just catch you slipping and time you. Wilder's never been a good boxer, which is why he loses fights to guys like Gerald McClellan and Arthur Speaker on points until he finally lands the shot and knocked them out. Shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look at things, oh man, but why are you saying he only fought Wilder like that? Dumbass. Look at his. Is that not what happened? You understand what I'm saying? Did he fight Dillian White the same way? Mm-mm. Did he fight Derek Chisora that way? Nope. Did he fight Francis Ngannou that way? Nope. Did he fight Usyk that way? Nope. And these are all the fights that happened after Wilder. So why did he only fight Wilder that way? So when I'm telling you that, you getting your fucking feelings and wondering, yeah, but I don't care what the fuck you feel, man. I'm telling you the facts. And I'm telling you my opinion based on the facts. Not me sitting here assuming. Like I always tell you guys, I'm the one guy that always tell you, you never know what's going to happen come fight night. So even what we think might happen, the fight might go completely different than what we imagine. Just like, for example, like Fury never hurt Usyk in a fight. Okay? Never hit him, had him like on the verge of like falling or knocked him down. Nothing. No knockdowns, no nothing. But we seen Usyk hurt Fury. And if the ropes didn't hold him up, it would have been considered a knockdown. So that was bad refereeing, because if the ropes hold you up, they're supposed to count that as a knockdown. And they didn't, right? Okay. So not only that, but my thing with that is this. If you look at what happened and listen to who was doing all the talking, who was the humble dude in all of this? Usyk. Who was the big mouth? Fury. Who was the one? And I told y'all, he wasn't nearly as confident as he was pretending to be with all of that loud talking and putting his forehead on Usyk's forehead, trying to intimidate him. It was pissing him off because, like I told you, he's thinking in his mind, yo, why is this little guy not afraid of me? Like, that he can see the same shit I'm telling you. I'm like, that shit ain't phasing Usyk. I'm watching the body language, the facial expressions, everything. I'm like, that shit ain't phasing Usyk, man. And that shit is getting to Tyson Fury. And that's why he had to do all this anger shit and act like he's so pissed off, like it was a hatred or something. Then they're face to face, and the guy doing the interview asked him, like, why is he so angry at Usyk? Like, what is, you know, I mean, certainly you don't respect what. Oh, of course I respect him. Usyk's here for a reason. You know, he's one of the best boxers. Oh, well, that's not what you're saying. You call him a bum. He's a little middleweight. He's not on your level. But you see what I'm saying to you? Usyk don't need to do all of that. He doesn't need to do that shit. He's confident in his skill set. Fury was never that confident that he could beat Usyk. He's never that confident that he could beat AJ. And that's why out of all his opponents, they're the only two he treated the way he did, with trying to make them sign contracts right away, trying to call AJ's bluff because he thought he had him at the right time when he was mentally unstable and, you know, wasn't on the high anymore. So, you know, things of that nature. So, man, we really need to stop worrying about trying to change people's opinions to like who the fuck we like and dislike who we don't like based on personal shit. Nothing to do with the person so much, but just, I don't like that motherfucker. Why? I just don't like that motherfucker. It's a little goofy shit like that. So what, man? And also in that same video with Shakur Stevenson, if you remember, the guy used the reference about Wilt scoring 100 points in one game and him talking about how many titles he won or whatever the fuck. And then what's the first question Shakur asked him? Was it a 3-point line? Nah, then we didn't even want to talk about that nigga. That's ass, right? Okay. Do you know why? Because these little motherfuckers now think everything that's good started in like 2010 or some shit. They don't understand that. I mean, even though he's a grown man, listen to him talk. So my thing is, it's like talking to your kid, expecting your kid to have the knowledge and wisdom and understanding that you have. He doesn't have that. So yeah, they talk about a 3-point line. They talking all. They try to. Everybody that they like is from their era. Just like, for example, people in Ray Robinson's era will tell you Ali wasn't as good as Ray Robinson. Neither was Ray Robinson, or neither was Ray Leonard or Hagler or nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers would tell you none of these dudes could stand up to Ray Robinson. Ray Robinson would have did this. See, that's the thing. The difference with me. I study. I've watched every fight Ray Robinson ever had available on video. Okay? Everyone available on video. We used to sit there as a kid, man. I remember we used to go in the backyard and they used to hook the fucking film projector up and put that shit up had this big screen put up on the fucking back of the garage. And we sit out there at nighttime just watching fights and shit. You know, just for fun, because we had VCR shit and all that shit when I was a kid. But bottom line, we watched everybody, like I said, from Kid Gavilan, Carmen Vasily, all these different people. We watched everybody, man. We watched Jack Johnson. We watched Jack Dempsey. We watched every fucking body. So I saw these different eras and I watched but I wasn't watching to compare. But like I said, there's fighters that you guys, I just don't see them that way. Yeah, and another thing that Ray Robinson did, right? Now I'm just saying, another thing he did was on the inside. Now Ray would go to your body and he would throw like an uppercut to the body and then go up to the head with the uppercuts, right? But he would stand there and he would lean forward with his chin over his knees, over the toes, and he would square up. And you want to know what? When he was getting away with it, he didn't realize that was a flaw. You know how many times he got caught and got rocked doing that shit? And then the first thing people say, but when he got old, like, stop. Especially for you guys who don't do film study. Especially for you motherfuckers who haven't went back and watched full fights. You only seen little highlight packages. Y'all not qualified to even talk. Real shit. So, man, who cares what Shakur thinks, man? Right now, a lot of people say Terrence Crawford is pound for pound the best fighter. Do we actually know right now there's somebody out there that won't beat his ass because he hasn't fought them yet? No, we don't. But he's about to fight Canelo, right? Now, let me give you a scenario. Let's say he fights Canelo. He beats Canelo. But let's say after that he fights Jamal Charlo and lose. You want to know what Terrence Crawford fans going to say? Yo, he should have retired, after he fought Canelo. He was old. No. You know why they can't get away with that? Because Jamal Charlo was what, 35, 36? So they right neck and neck in age. But what if it's some young boy? Let's just say like a Gerard Ennis, fuck it. I'm going up and he goes up to 160 and he fights Terrence Crawford. You know the first thing people are going to say? He was old. That's going to be he was old and he was it's going, okay, he was pound for pound best, and the very next fight is because he was old, right? Okay, right. How old is fucking Usyk? All right, so let's stop with this fucking making excuses shit. And, it is what it is, man. So what? Big deal. He doesn't see Sugar Ray Robinson as being that guy. So what, man? I didn't see Mike Tyson the way all of y'all saw him. And you want to know what Mike Tyson's biggest thing was to me? Along with his arrogance, he was fighting guys in an era where there was some good dudes, but none of them dudes were great. Bone Crusher, Tony, none of them, they're not great fighters. They were good. They were average. They were decent. That's all they were. He didn't have any great fighters to fight. Now, when you look at Mike Tyson and say, well, at some point, because he fought Holyfield and he wound up fighting Lennox Lewis, and he lost both of those fights, and y'all blamed on his age. Oh, if he had Customado, okay, right. So somehow he got old, but Lennox Lewis and Holyfield didn't, and both of them were older than him, and Holyfield 4 years older than him. So when you look at him and say, okay, he lost to those two, he beat an old 38-year-old Larry Holmes who came back and didn't have a full training camp, but at the same time, right, he didn't fight David Tua. Now we know Ike Ibeabuchi wound up going to jail and screwed his life and career up at that time. He's out now, seeing Ike Ibeabuchi the other day, on videos, whatever. But bottom line, he didn't fight those guys. He could have fought a Chris Bird. He could have fought a Klitschko. There's people that he could have fought that he didn't fight for whatever reason. So when you look at Mike Tyson and look at how he went out, everybody wanted, like I said, when you take your favorite fighters, they want to put a time frame from this year to that year. This guy was unbeatable because they know if they look at your whole career, yeah, at some point you wasn't even comparable to certain people. So that's their way of trying to do that. That's why there's so much hatred towards Floyd, because no part of his career could you say he fell off. Yeah. And he was 38 when he had his last pro fight in the ranks against Berto, and then, of course, the spectacle with McGregor. And at the end of the fucking day, any one of you is a fucking liar if you sit here and say you wouldn't have fucking fought a motherfucker for 300 shit. You motherfuckers, some of you would have did it for $300. 300 fucking million. All the people complaining are the same people who never got those opportunities and never see themselves having an opportunity. But if they did, the fuck out of here with that, man. So yeah, we gotta stop trying to change people opinions on who's who because we like somebody. Nobody cares about that shit, man. Ray Robinson was a bad motherfucker, man. You know, Shakur don't think so. So what? Does what Shakur think change Ray Robinson's legacy? Does what he say bring him back to life or something? Does what he say make his skeleton turn in his grave? Or so what, man? He has an opinion. Do I agree with him about him being a bum fighter? No, absolutely not. Do I agree with him that he had flaws that people purposely overlook? Yep. Now, do I think Shakur Stevenson would have beat Ray Robinson in a fight? Fuck no. You understand what I'm saying? So, who cares what he said, man? That's his opinion. Y'all got to stop being so sensitive, let motherfuckers get under your skin because they think something. I put it to you like this, and I'm going to close this video. I don't have to sit in front of this camera and tell you, yo, man, I'm the best on this fucking mic. When I get on this camera, I deliver all the goods to y'all. I'm the best in the business. You know what I'm saying? It's not even close. Y'all can't fuck with me. I don't have to do that shit. I'm not here to compete with nobody else. I'm just giving you guys the boxing news. So when people feel the need to hype themselves up and they got 300,000 bots on their channel and probably got about 3,000 real actual people that subscribe or whatever, hey, more power to them. But these motherfuckers can't even get the news right. But they're the best in the business. You got all these motherfuckers with this ego. They jump in front of a fucking camera and tell you how great they are and talk about exclusive content. You motherfuckers sit up around the clock all night because you're monetizing your channels and you're talking to people. Why the fuck do I need to sit up? You think if a motherfucker, if I get a notification sent to my phone 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to jump up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch what a motherfucker's talking about? Nah, motherfucker, I see that shit when I wake up and I'm ready to see it. Understand what I'm saying? I don't need to sit here and talk y'all to death about who I am and what I do. You like what I do or you don't. If you don't, move the fuck on to somebody else's channel. If you do, rock with me. You know how it goes. And this is what I'm saying. So my point is you can have a guy who has a channel who have way more subscribers than me. But I bet you if you listen to what I'm talking about versus what they talking about, you will see I'm about the news, not showing favoritism to the fighters and speculating shit. If I don't know, I don't fucking know. But these motherfuckers will make 7, 8, 10 videos a day and then do super chats and all of that. I got exclusive content. You're only going to get it here. No, bitch, you're going to get it the same fucking day. You just got it first. And people on your channel wouldn't know because they don't watch other people. They just watch you. Then you got the hoe hoppers. They go from channel to channel to channel to see who's saying what. And they want to go in the comment section. Most people don't even watch videos. Have you ever seen those comments? Who went straight to the comment section when they saw the thumbnail? Yeah, and that's what they do. And they make comments based on what everybody else is saying. Or whoever is saying things that agree with their way of thinking. Who cares, man? I'm not in competition with any of these bum-ass motherfuckers. They can make whatever videos they fucking want. The fuck do I care? I don't make videos based on what other content creators make. I make videos based on the news that I get. That's what I make. So, yeah. Anyway, it is what it is, man. Talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings here to people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.